We are underway. Mount San Jacinto, College of the Sequoias, game 4 of the day here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And it's an early triple for Mount San Jacinto. Carla Johnson striking first blood for the Eagles.
And that's a good job for San Jacinto.
For San Jacinto, it's Madeline Moreau, Kayla Gower, DeLacy Brown, Carla Johnson, Brittany Thomas, averaging over 20 a game on the season. Trying to answer on the other end for College of the Sequoias, DeJanie Gill. Gill off the mark. It's Gill, Michael Sasson, and Dia Jones, Zaria McCollum, and Shay Sanchez. Back the other way. This one off the bottom of the backboard, out of bounds. I'm sorry, that was DeJanie Gill.
That was good.
Early, that was Sasson.
That was good defense against Brittany Thomas to start Sequoias.
Thomas,
State Player of the Year.
This is Johnson. Johnson on the dribble, dribbles it out, gives it out. This is Moreau. Moreau back to Johnson. Johnson fouled on the baseline. Technical difficulties here in the booth. Those have been rectified. We are underway. Spread the word, everybody. www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also on our website. Have an offensive foul. This is going to go, I believe, against DeLacy Brown. Indeed. That is a call. Mike Cepeda, Marcia Foster with you. Marcia Foster, head coach for Fullerton College, the women's head basketball coach there.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Happy you've joined us. You've been a pleasure to work with all day, and looking forward to having Perry on tomorrow. That's a great pass down low to Thomas. Thomas receives it but has to kick it out. Pretty good defense. To Sanchez. Sanchez is fouled, tripped up. Looks like she was tripped up by Johnson. So it goes against DeLacy Brown. So DeLacy Brown with 2 quick fouls. This is a storyline brewing here for Mount San Jacinto. DeLacy Brown has been terrific all season long. She leads, or she's second leading scorer on the team for the Eagles, along with Brittany Thomas. Sasson has that pass deflected out. Inside, this is Gill. Over to India Jones, and Jones can't finish. Good defense on the ball there by Mount San Jacinto. Expect this to be a very physical up and down game. There's a steal. This is Gill. Gill kicks it out. That's a great pass. Wide open. McCollum, air ball. McCollum, I think that maybe slipped on the send-off there.
Yeah, little early jitters, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Mount San Jacinto with an early 3-0 lead.
And you know San Jacinto is going to try to get the ball into Brittany Thomas. So far they fronted her, and she's extremely physical in her post-up.
Yeah. Johnson, hands off. This is Moreau. Moreau back to Johnson. Johnson hit one from there earlier. That one's short. Rebounded inside by Octavia Williams. Williams inside. Thomas, left-hander, no. Rebounded by Haley Scott. Scott off to Sasson. Sasson in transition over to Sanchez. Sanchez thought about it with a runner. 12-footer, that's off the mark. It's short. She gets her own rebound. Left-handed shot up and good.
Nice finish.
Shay Sanchez, persistence prevails. Have a foul down low. Well, they're trying to get physical down low with Brittany Thomas, and this is going to go against Haley Scott.
She's just so long and so physical in her post-up.
Very, very skilled down there as well.
Yeah. She played for her mom, who coached at San Jacinto High School.
Thomas peels off there, leaves Johnson wide open. Johnson has the first 5 for the Eagles. Last game of the day here in the women's bracket. It's been all north so far. Sasson with a bucket.
was a nice attack. Not that there's any
great move. Johnson with the spinners. Gets it back right to Thomas on the doorstep, who finishes.
Not that we need any additional pressure on San Jacinto, but a team from the South needs to get into the semifinals.
Got to represent.
Yes. But it's just been some great basketball.
Really has been. There's a steal. Moreau comes away with it. It was tapped out by Kayla Gower. Lacey Brown not in the ball game right now. 2 quick fouls. That's a travel down low by Johnson, looking for Thomas. Little hesitation to get it to Thomas. Costs her an extra step. Johnson going to come off here. Oh, no, check that. It won't be Johnson. Johnson and Gower off. Comes Marissa Williams. And Janiza Rose Manlulu. That's a fantastic job of defense on the ball, moving her feet. It's Marissa Williams and Dejani Gill called for the offensive foul.
The Sequoias team is made up of 10 freshmen and 4 sophomores. Coach was excited about how they won the Gilchrist tournament the first time in 25 years. And won a total of 4 tournaments. Just a team that's come together as the season has gone along.
Moreau on the dribble. Over to Manlulu. Manlulu looking inside for Thomas. This is going to be another foul on Scott. Brittany Thomas down low is a handful. And look at Thomas. She's 6'2", sophomore from San Jacinto, California. You talked about it. Played at San Jacinto High. Cross screen. Not much doing there. Think they want to bring across Thomas on the cross screen. No, she goes to the high post. Runner up by Moreau. That one off the mark. Rebounded by McCollum. Zaria brings it up. To her right, gets a screen from Scott at the high elbow. Right elbow, rather. Gets it back. McCollum looking inside for Scott. Nothing there. Thomas defensively. Another offensive foul on College of the Sequoias. This is going to go against Zaria McCollum. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Spread the word. www.SoCalCollegeSports.com. SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube. You can catch this broadcast live and everything in its entirety.
Even though Zaharia picked up the foul, she's played half the season through injuries. She's a tough kid. They're going to have to recognize that San Jacinto, they're moving their feet. They're looking to take charges.
Yeah. Sasson checks back into the ball game. As does Danica Todd. Todd on the dribble right now. Looking to hand off to Sasson. Sasson, little hesitation, gets into the high post, picks up her dribble, nothing doing there. Johnson, great on-ball defense. McCollum comes across. It's a block for Johnson, comes off to Sasson. McCollum, blocked by Thomas, out of bounds, going to stay here. 9 on the shot clock. Great help defense.
Great help defense,
Brittany.
That's right. Gave the sign that she needed a little blow early. We expended a lot of energy, that nervous energy when you first get out on the court, get a little tired quickly.
I often flash that sign in my playing days. This was deflected into the backcourt, wasn't it?
I think College of Sequoias, the number 32, touched it.
Okay. It's a backcourt
Dejani
violation.
Gill.
Yeah. Johnson now on the dribble, hands off. This is Williams. Off in the weave to Williams. And Carla Johnson again. She's got 7.
Nice shot.
I like Johnson's game, very composed. I'm surprised on the season her numbers aren't as good as you would assume. And she averages 7 points a game on the season. She has 7 right now, 4:22 to go in the first.
Hey, she's come to play.
That's performing on a big stage right there early on. Sasson gets around Johnson. Good help defense, makes it a tough shot. Tapped out of bounds by Sasson. No, she's able to save it into the corner. That's that charge. Sanchez whistled for the foul.
It's the 3rd charge they've taken already this evening. And Johnson's taking advantage of her opportunity with the Lacey Brown on the sideline. 2 fouls.
Chris Mosga in his 13th year at Mount San Jacinto, coaching up his players. And Lulu brings it up. Off to Williams, Octavia. Crossover into the lane, loses the basketball. And it's a steal for Alyssa Burton. Burton off to Sasson. Sasson outside, Todd. Danica. Bank shot, no. Karam comes off to Sasson. Sasson looking inside, cross-court pass. McCollum through a double team and able to initiate contact there.
They could use a little more of that. 13's extremely physical. Zaharia McCollum.
Sasson gets one off there, rebounded by Thomas. We're going back the other way for the Eagles. Thomas showing off her ball handling ability. Oh, that's a little bit too much on that pass. Throws it out of bounds, intended for Octavia Williams.
That's one where Coach would prefer that she go ahead and pass that to a point guard. And
find a guard.
Find a guard and fill the lane.
I'd be on the bench in a hurry. Then again, I haven't averaged 20 points since my junior year of high school. Even then, I didn't know if I did that. A lot of rebounds in. Shea Sanchez off to Sasson. Sasson gets one off. Good shot. Can't get it to go. Rebounded. Offensive rebound. Ndia Jones. McCollum from the corner of the key. No good.
Sequoias, they're getting good looks. Just got to put those down.
Much like we saw in the Fresno City game, they got a lot of good looks. They couldn't get those to go. Moreau from 3, that's off the mark. Transition basketball thwarted by Octavia Williams, getting back defensively. Great transition defense from the Eagles. Mount San Jacinto tied for first place in the Pacific Coast Conference. 29-2 on the season. The 2 seed in the South. Moreau gets that one to go.
And both their losses were to the number 1 seed in the South, Palomar.
Palomar dispatched earlier today by Merced. Merced, Fresno, Sierra through to the semifinals on Saturday. And we await the bracket to be completed here tonight. The winner of this one right now, it's the Eagles up 11-4, 2:24 remaining in the first quarter. Don't go anywhere. The Giants will bring it up. Sasson off in a wide open 3 for Cassidy Rodriguez. Rodriguez can't get that one to go. It's tapped out of bounds. It should stay here, I believe. I'd say Moreau was the last person to touch, and it was. Liana Gutierrez brings it in. This is going to be a foul. Is this going to be? She's going to go against Alyssa Burton. That's Burton's second foul. Both teams in the penalty. Collins and the Sequoias, pretty good season themselves, 28-3. They come in as a 3 seed from the north. Moreau with it near side, working on Sasson. They're looking for Thomas down low, one-on-one. That's easy money. She can't get it to go, though. It's rebounded on the weak side. Shot goes up, a lot of contact, no call. Kayla Gower wanted a whistle, not going to get it. We're going back the other way for the Giants. Juliana Gutierrez into the lane, picks up her dribble, off to Sasson. Sasson working on Madeline Moreau. Sasson to the bucket. Contact down low. Again, no call. They're letting them play. A steal for Sasson. She's fouled by Thomas. Great effort by Sasson.
Definitely. They're getting good looks. They just got to focus and put them in. And with 10 freshmen on the team, and this is the first time on this stage, they're going to be a little nervous to start the game.
Yeah. Free throw up and good for Mikal Sasson.
Sasson being one of those freshmen.
Second free throw a little long, rebounded by Brittany Thomas, working against Alyssa Burton. She brings it up, find a guard, travel. Got to come to a jump stop, Coach.
Yes, that's the second time she's led the break, and second time she's turned it over. Coach has kind of talked to her a little bit. Give it up and get inside. And not that she can't bring it up, because obviously she's been given the opportunity to do so.
So the Giants will bring it up, trailing it by 6.
This game is being officiated a little bit differently than the other games.
You got to believe you are right. A little bit more ticky-tack,
yes.
if you will. They were letting him play early on, but last couple of minutes, script has definitely changed.
I think when you're physical all of the time, they can't call every foul.
Yeah.
So the last game we saw with Sierra and Irvine Valley, a lot of physicality. So some of those go by the wayside. They don't call everything. These teams aren't the same style of play, but I still think the game's being called a little bit tighter.
Yeah. Dia Jones off on both. Score remains 11-5, 1:07 to go here in the opening quarter. Carla Johnson hands off. Madeline Moreau, 15-footer. That is blocked. Now it's off of the foot. There's a scrum for it. Battling for it was Raina Lasley. Juliana Gutierrez, the arrow in favor of the Giants. So Collins of the Sequoias going to get it back here. Under a minute to go.
Sequoias needs a bucket here.
Well, they're going to have a couple free throws coming their way. Now they just got to make them. Call them at the free throw line. So, last 3 free throws missed here for College of the Sequoias, and they trail it by 6. That one down. Johnson up ahead to Madeline. Moreau on the dribble. Over to Gower. Looking down low. They had Alyssa Walton wide open. Instead, Moreau's going to go up with it, and she's going to be fouled. 2 shots coming her way.
Made free throw gave Sequoias an opportunity to set their press. That's something they'd like to get into more.
Yeah.
Especially when you're struggling to score, if your defense can create some opportunities for you,
right,
it's a good thing.
First free throw up and good, 12-6 now. Moreau good on the second. It's a nice stroke on the charity stripe. 13-6. McCollum drives the lane. Hard challenge, and she is fouled. A lot of times you're going to be rewarded with aggression like that. Cool, calm, and collected. She goes to the rack. 2 shots coming her way.
Absolutely. Team struggling to make short jumpers. Take it to the basket.
They're struggling putting points up on the board. We're almost 10 minutes through here in the opening quarter, and only 6 points to show for it for the Giants. That went off the mark from McCollum. 1 of 5 now in their last 5 attempts. Scott will check back into the ball game, operating with 2 fouls. But Alyssa Walton out there, 5'11" freshman. She's from Victorville, California. Second free throw off.
They have got to make free throws.
1 of 6 now.
Just take advantage of the easy offensive opportunities.
2 of 7 in the quarter. Walton taps it out, looking for Moreau. Moreau can't come away with it. Another scrum for the basketball. Johnson had it, rolled over on it. It's going to be a jump ball. The arrow will stay with the Eagles. Should be baseline out of bounds. Johnson will take the ball out. Johnson looking for Walton. This is going to be an offensive foul. This is going to go against Rayanna Lasley. Lasley went to set the pick to free up Walton, but continued her pick. She tried to disguise it by rolling out of it. It's an easy call.
Yeah. Lasley, she's a Native American kid, and she travels the country doing Native American dance. She all over the United States and Canada. So not only is she a good basketball player, she has a unique talent.
That one off the mark on the baseline. We'll go in after one, 13-6. Mount San Jacinto. Firm hold on this one. You're watching the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships Day 1, Game 4 here on SoCal College Sports.
And just a quick reminder, folks, you can now purchase championship gear, which is available at the 3C2A website, CCCAAsports.com. Be sure to get that up today. It's only available for a limited time. Back in a moment.
We head into the second quarter, 13-6, Sequioas. COS, the Giants trailing Mount San Jacinto. Final game of the day. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the word. SoCal College Sports 1, that's the YouTube channel. Catch this broadcast live and on demand.
Couple of kids on San Jacinto that have committed to Division II schools, and we have number 11, Kayla Gower. She's signed with Cal State San Marcos in the early signing period.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, we are on Twitter. If you want to shout out, feel free to tweet at us at SoCal College SBO. Matt, you can probably get that on the character generator, I'm sure, at some point. Matthew Henson, Emery Johnson, Jeff Stoynoff. Jorge Zepeda, Alyssa Root,
Okay,
Marcia Foster, and myself, Mike Zepeda, with you on today's broadcast. The entire crew and then some for SoCalCollegeSports.com. And again, happy you've joined us, everyone. Thomas looking inside. Gower. Gower goes up with it. A lot of contact, no call. Johnson looking inside, has Thomas. It's stolen by Gill. Gill will bring it up. It's good anticipation there by Dijani. Sasson. In the weave. That's great movement. Scott down low. Would have liked to see her use the basket, but she does get the backboard, but she does get the bucket.
Agreed. Make that shot really easy.
Gower thought about it from three. Sasson with a good closeout, running her off the three-point line. It finds himself in the hands of Moreau. Down to Thomas. Thomas can't finish down low. It's going to be a foul on the weak side coming over. Octavia Williams going back the other way for the Giants, trailing by 5. Broadcasting worldwide in countries, I guess, where YouTube isn't banned. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. You will have coverage of this tournament in its entirety throughout the weekend. Tomorrow it's the men's quarterfinals. Same schedule as today, 1, 3, 5, and 7, subject to change, of course, depending on how long the games go. Same schedule on Saturday as well with the semis, 2 for the men, 2 for the women. And the finals on Sunday, 1 o'clock and 3:30 p.m. Thomas to the rack, double team, forget about it.
There we go. Nice back to the basket move. Feel like this game needs to get a flow.
Not much of it right now. Let's see if that can change that one in and out for Marisol Casillo. Moreau, hands off. This is Gower. Gower driving the lane, looking for Thomas. Kicks it out. Great inside-out action. Moreau for 3.
Some good basketball there. Thomas is big, asking for the ball. Unselfish play.
That's working it out of the post, and they should be doing exactly that with the likes of Brittany Thomas. So effective in the low post. That's going to travel on Sasson. And the lead now into double digits for the Eagles. Johnson on the dribble, working on McCollum. Gets a screen from Gower. Good on-ball defense there for the Giants. Looking for Thomas. Here comes a double team. Thomas leaks out to the short corner. She's working on Burton. Oh, that's a great, fantastic move. She just can't finish with the left. It's a foul. Going to go against, likely on Burton or McCollum. They call it on Zaria. Her second.
That was a really nice move.
Can we see the replay on that, Matt? That was terrific. We'll go to the replay right now. Bring it back a little bit.
Oh, that was nice.
Look at that. You just got to finish it with the left hand, but man, that is some Akeem-esque.
She's so long, too. She covers so much ground on her moves.
First free throw up and good for Gower. Second one is true. It's 20-8. The Eagles making it look easy here in game 4. Gill looking inside. Thomas taps it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Giants. That's a great entry feed there. Burton can't finish. It's tapped out of bounds by Burton. It's going back to the Eagles.
Those are the easy buckets that Sequoias has to have.
Well, Coach, you talked about the youth of this team and how young they are. And, you know, this stage a little bigger than most. And You would hope they would become composed at some point here, maybe at some point later in the first half. This is going to be a foul. Johnson driving the lane. It's going to go against McCollum. If it does, that's her third.
Yeah, it's number 34, Burton, for Sequoias, making that move. She's a freshman as well, and this is the big stage. This is the biggest stage that you get, unless you continue to move on, obviously, semifinals and finals. But this is the first time for these young women here, and you got to get through the jitters, and plus you're playing a really good team.
Yeah. The level of competition is the best that it's going to get at this level.
Yes.
Gower looking for Thomas. Here comes a double from the weak side. That's a great delayed double team from Sanchez on the weak side. Thomas taps her on the shoulder, says, nice work.
Yeah. Shoulder, let her know, too. Let her know it's coming, right?
I know it's coming next time. Cross screen here. No, it's going to empty out to Thomas. Thomas off to Johnson. Gets it back one-on-one. She'll pull up at the elbow. 15-footer. That one off the mark. Danica with a rebound, and she's fouled. Second team foul here of the quarter for the Eagles. Both teams have two. Gill off to Sasson. Sasson turns off to Gill. Gill, you're going to leave me open. I'll try and bury this triple. It looked pretty good. It was off the back iron. Gill fighting for a rebound. She's going to foul Gower. I feel like you're naturally inclined when you miss a shot that you feel you should have made to go after the basketball and just commit something a little foolhardy.
Right, right. Just trying a little bit too hard to get the possession back.
Yeah.
A lot of times, too, it's a delayed, offensive rebound. If you went when you shot it, you wouldn't get that foul.
Thomas over everybody. She can't get that one to go. It's tapped around back up at the basket. Burton comes away with it off to Sasson. Quickly ahead up the floor, left-handed layup. That one off the mark from Sanchez. Thomas with a rebound.
That was a great pass.
Thomas looking for her guard.
At that time.
Finds Moreau.
Yeah. She thought about putting it on the ground.
She had a lot of hardwood in front of her, and she said, a couple turnovers the last two times I brought it up. Make a change. Gower from three. No. Thomas right there for the rebound. She's fouled. Ooh. Her and Gill get tangled up. Good to see both players walk away from that one. Marcia, where'd you play at?
I played at Seton Hall University. Hall, Big East, the original Big East, right?
In the 90s, right?
Oh, that's so nice of you. No, it was the 80s. I was like the second wave of women to receive scholarships because Title IX had passed.
Is that right?
Yes. A generation before me, women weren't getting scholarships.
Yeah.
So I was really, really fortunate. Say maybe 5 years before me. So, we didn't grow up seeing ourselves on TV and commercials, and there wasn't a professional league to look forward to.
Right. I think the face of basketball for women's basketball in the 80s was Cheryl Miller.
Right.
And now I think she's the head coach. Is it at Cal State LA?
She's at Cal State LA. She was here recruiting.
Yeah. Is she here today?
I saw her earlier, so yes.
She'd be smart to do that. There's a lot of talent in this building. Second travel of the half called on Sasson.
Yeah, there's a lot of women, though, the pioneers that, people forget. There's, Lynette Woodard and Annie Myers and Denise Curry and, the list goes on of talented women that came, that set it up so that these young women have the opportunities that they have today.
Laying the foundation, absolutely
yes.
Right. Johnson off to Moreau. Moreau, one dribble, floater up, no good, gets her own rebound. A lot of contact down low by Scott, no call. She can't believe it. Danica comes away with it. Danica Todd up the floor now here for the Giants, trailing by 14. 4:45 to go in the second period. You're watching the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships here on SoCal College Sports. Todd with a charge. That's a great job by Walton, stepping in there and anticipating that Todd not under control. Let me get in the way here and see if I can draw a whistle. She does just that. Todd off the floor. She'll be replaced by Cassidy Rodriguez.
Yeah, Sequoias needs a bucket. They need to get into the double digits here.
Are you a SoCal native?
No, I'm a New Jersey native.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to come out here to visit my grandparents, and who wouldn't love the Southern California weather?
If you don't love it, you're a fool. If you love the traffic, you're equally as foolish. I guess you got to take the good with the bad. Sasson back the other way, looking for Rodriguez. Rodriguez brings it over to Gill, wide open three. That went off the mark, and the Sequoias just can't find the bucket here in the first half.
No.
Gill has it near side. Sasson will try her luck from three. That one doesn't draw iron. Rebounded by Walton. Walton now in transition. Find her guard. Charge. No. And indeed. As a coach, Marcia, does that frustrate you a little bit?
The forward taking it up the floor or the call?
No, not the call. I think the call is probably the correct call. But, yes, the third time today that we've seen a turnover when the big brings it up.
Right, but they obviously have the green light, like if they get it, to take it out and get the break started.
Right.
They're just trying to make too many things happen. So, yeah, after the third time, yes, get it to your guard.
Scott down low. Guarded closely inside. Going to force a jump ball. That's pretty good defense here by Fai Mahalo. Tyra. Another big at the disposal for Mount San Jacinto. It's going to be a foul. What?
Yeah, I'm not sure with that one.
Well,
again, there's not really a flow to this game yet, and we have.
Well, I'm sure there are some fingers to be pointed around. We won't get into that.
No. I mean, but Sequoias, they've had open shots. They need to make those.
That's not an open shot, but it's a buried triple by Shea Sanchez with the swish. Cuts it to an 11-point game, 22-11. Sequoias.
Nice pass.
Still with a firm hammer lock on this one, and Gower answers on the other end. And talked about it, Carla Johnson, pretty pass.
And Sanchez is another freshman for Sequoias.
Johnson, her third assist.
Nice.
Sasson into the lane.
Two nice plays in a row.
24-13, the lead back to 11. Johnson brings it up. Looking for Gower down low, can't get it to her. Williams, inside out. Fiamalo. Williams driving the lane. That shot up no good. Fiamalo wins another rebound, and Gower puts it up and in. Good activity on the offensive boards for the Eagles. Sasson steps back. Three-pointer. That's good. Sasson starting to heat up for the Giants. Sasson on the season averages 8. She has 8. You need more plays like that if you're the Giants. Johnson, crossover dribble into the corner. Williams wide open three. That's no good. Scott with a rebound. Transition basketball the other way for the Giants. 4-on-3. Sanchez brings it back out to Sasson. Gower lays off. She just hit a three from there. Sasson takes it to the bucket, lays it up, lays it in. It's a 7-0 run for Mikal Sasson.
Nice job. That's exactly what they needed.
Back within 8. The end of the second quarter. Williams goes up. She's fouled. Sasson, only her first. If you don't come down with the hands, you won't. Often you won't get the foul called against you, but she came down at the very end there, and the foul goes against McCown. We do it all over again tomorrow. Well, not you. Unless you want to come.
Oh, no.
We'd love to have the entire head coaching battery of basketball at Fullerton College on the broadcast.
I'll let Coach Perry Webster do his thing.
All righty. Had Perry on for some color commentary. Covered my old high school earlier in the year. Chance to give back. Me and my wife recently relocated back to Orange County and was able to cover a couple games of our CIF run this season.
Nice.
Back out to a double-digit lead for the Eagles into the corner. Behind the back dribble. Alyssa Gonzalez still on the dribble. Hands off. Crossover. Floater up. No good. Gower, good defense. Good rebound. Thomas has it tapped out of bounds by Sanchez. Stay with the Eagles. Under a minute to go in the second quarter. Oh, great find inside. Thomas, easy money.
Nice shot.
They keep on doing that. That'll be all she wrote here for the Sequioas. Sasson thought about pulling the trigger. Elects not to do so. Might do so here. Runner in the lane, blocked by Thomas. Out of bounds off of Sasson. Back the other way for the Eagles we go.
Nice defense.
Well, what a tall order it is defensively to guard her, but then you have to deal with scoring on her on the other end. Brittany Thomas, what a stud.
Right, all that length.
Being guarded early in the possession by India Jones. Williams to the rack. Keeps her dribble. Octavia kicks it out. Madeline Moreau has to get a shot up. Floater up. Did not get it off before the clock went. We go in at the half, 30-18. The Eagles with a firm hold on this one over the Giants. You are watching the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships from Ventura. Fans, the 3C2A Basketball Championship official apparel is now available for purchase. Please visit www.cccaasports.org and click on the championship store. There, you will be able to find the latest gear for you and your fellow basketball enthusiasts. High-quality Under Armour apparel will be delivered to your home within a few days after placing your order. Don't hesitate, order now. Basketball Championship store will remain open for a select few days. Visit www.cccaasports.org and be part of the state championships. First half in the books, game 4 on the day, 30-18. The Eagles from Mount San Jacinto holding serve here as the 2 seed from the south over the Giants from College of the Sequoias. Mike Cepeda, Marcia Foster with you. And Marcia, that was a tough first half to watch in terms of just the flow of the game. No team really solidified their control over the game. Really, I think it was just a product of Mount San Jacinto had more shots going their way, whereas College of the Sequoias, they couldn't find the bucket.
No, they couldn't. And again, there are 10 freshmen and 4 sophomores out there on the floor. So for a lot of them, this is the first time at this level of competition. Brittany Thomas on the other end from Mount San Jacinto is a beast down low. You know, they've tried to front her. They've come with a double team, and so that's caused problems for them. Yeah. You know, so Mount San Jacinto, they are just finding the bucket just a little bit more than Sequoias.
Yeah, they have more of a go-to threat down low in Brittany Thomas, and they work off of her very, very well. But yeah, the flow of the ball game just not there right now, especially on the Sequoia side. You know, who do you go to? It's tough because they don't have one player, or they only have one player that averages in double figures on the season. Outside of that, you got a couple players averaging 8. One player averaging 9. You have to find it somewhere. And Mikal Sasson, she did a great job in that first half of really getting her team back into it. This could be an even worse score or deficit here for the Giants, but they were able to kind of get back into it and find some type of momentum. But Brittany Thomas, as you said, a lot of wow factor down low, and all the college coaches, all the 4-year coaches in the stands have to be very impressed with what they saw. Absolutely.
College of Sequoias they have to take advantage of the offensive opportunities that they have. So free throws, they need to put free throws in. The layups, you got to have the layups. And I think McCollum has to continue to attack the basket. She's strong, she's big, and then when she gets to the line, she needs to finish. So, it seemed like at the end of the half, they started to realize, like Sasson, I belong here. I can take it to the basket. I can shoot from outside. I've done those things all year long. So I think they just need to relax and get out there and, play their game.
Let it come to them. Don't force the issue.
Yes.
But know that, hey, they're here for a reason. I think you're exactly right. One thing that they have to do, I think, instead of trying to double team her right off the bat, they need to bring a delayed double team on Brittany Thomas down low. That delayed double team seemed to be very effective in creating havoc in what Brittany wanted to do. It didn't let her get into her momentum, get into her post moves, her drop step. It kind of disrupted her flow. Sequoias needs to do more of that. But, every time down, it's a tall order to ask. And then, we barely saw DeLacy Brown in that first half with foul trouble early for Mount San Jacinto. Expect her to be known for her presence to be known here or made known in the second.
Absolutely.
Back in a couple minutes with the start of the second half. Giants and the Eagles here on SoCal College Sports. Literally back in a moment. Underway here in the third quarter. And it's a tall hill to climb for the Giants as Thomas adds to her point total and the lead. Brittany now into double digits on the evening. She has 10. And it's an and-one opportunity. That's exactly what you didn't want to see off the bat.
Not for Sequoias, no. For San Jacinto, absolutely.
Thomas converts. Sasson off to McCollum. McCollum back to Sasson. Little two-man game. Sasson backs it up over to Gill. Gill near side working on Gower. Gill inside, and she stepped on the baseline there. It's going back the other way. DeLacy Brown on the floor right now.
Sequoias with a little bit of pressure. They need to find a way to get some easy baskets.
Yeah. DeLacy off to Gower. Gower in the weave. In the mid-post. Gives it back to Brown. DeLacy step back jumper from 15 feet. That's off the mark. Long rebound. Karam's out of bounds. DeLacy trying to track it down, but it goes back to the Sequoias. 9:05 remaining here. Sanchez with a cut inside. There's a steal. And Dia Jones lost it. Madeline Moreau cleans it up off to DeLacy Brown. They're looking for Thomas down low. Working early in the shot clock, and then Dia Jones with a foul.
Thomas does a great job of posting all across the key. You know, starts on one side and she'll follow the ball. She's wide, she's low.
Without camping, that's so key. She knows when she's stepping in and out. It seems like she's in there for a while, but she's not. You look at the feet, she's out of the key, she's in the key, and she's working early in the shot clock. Lacey Brown looking for Moreau off a screen from Thomas from three, and it was Sanchez working through the screen of Thomas. Now, Coach, should this be a shooting foul?
No, it was on.
So if the shot goes, that would have counted.
That shot would have counted, yes.
Okay.
It was on the player trying to get through the screen.
Gotcha. Thomas comes off. Gower has it tapped out of bounds by Sanchez. Sanchez doesn't agree with it. When do you ever agree with a call?
No. Unless you know you did something.
Even then. DeLacy Brown off to Carla Johnson. Johnson had a quick start to this game, has that shot blocked. Thomas on the floor.
Good job.
It just speaks to her willingness to compete here, and it's rubbing off on everybody out here for the Eagles. She is setting the tone, and everybody's following her lead.
If your big girl's getting on the ground, you have absolutely no excuse not to be there.
Absolutely. Box set, baseline out of bounds. Moreau looking for a lifeline here. Finally finds Johnson in the corner. Back to DeLacy Brown. Fresh shot clock here for the Eagles. Brown going to go to work. Floater up. Tough shot. No good. Thomas looking for a rebound. She has it. Nice touch for Brittany Thomas. Now with 13. Sasson quickly up ahead, working on DeLacy Brown. And Brown trying to shore up the leaky boat defensively that was giving a lot of points in the first half to Mikkel Sasson. It's the Jay-Z cam. My dad, Jorge Zepeda.
Okay.
Operating the camera on the floor. We've affectionately named it the Jay-Z cam. McCollum inside to Gill. Gill, that's a terrific pass and a nice finish from Gill. As Dejani with her first two. Gower from three in the corner. That's off the mark. McCollum with a rebound. Loses it to Brittany Thomas. 2 on none. Gower to the rack. Lays it up and lays it in. Starting to get away early here in the second half from the College of the Sequioas. Well, Coach, you were asking for the South to represent here at some point on day one of the basketball championships. We'll have an offensive foul on McCollum, and it looks like Mount San Jacinto is going to answer the bell.
It looks like it right now, but there is a long way to go. I want to see the Sequoias team that got here, you know, and that offensive firepower that they possess. It's been a tough game for them.
And they're going to try and regroup here in the timeout. They call one with 7:20 remaining, third quarter, 37-20. You are watching the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships live from Ventura College. To give you an idea of how impressive this defensive performance from Mount San Jacinto is, College of the Sequoias comes in as a 3 seed from the north. They average almost 75 points a game, We have 7:20 remaining in the third quarter. They have 20 on the scoreboard.
San Jacinto has taken about 5 charges already, 5 or 6 charges. They're just doing a great job. But I also think that Sequoias has had opportunities to cut into this lead, and they just haven't capitalized.
Thomas down low, a lot of contact, no call from the weak side. Sanchez with a rebound, puts it on the floor. We're back the other way for the Giants. That's a bit of a double dribble. Looks like she got away with one there. Still on the dribble. Sanchez crosses up Williams into the corner. This is Todd. Danica looking for Burton, and Burton off the glass. No. Moreau with the rebound. And the offense just not there for COS. DeLacy, step back, jumper, good.
That was nice. She sat on that bench the entire first half.
DeLacy Brown forcing a turnover, going back the other way, and the struggles continue here for COS. DeLacy's going to bring it up here. 6:19 to go.
Nice seal.
That's
nice
a great seal.
seal.
Inside, Scott with a rebound. Like to see Thomas work on that left hand a little bit. That's been her Achilles heel. She comes up hobbling after that possession.
Did.
Something to keep an eye on there. Scott, turnaround jumper, no good. Gets her own rebound, goes up. She's fouled. And, Coach, I wonder if Chris Mozga, head coach for Mount San Jacinto, saw that hitch in the giddy up of Brittany Thomas coming down the floor defensively on that last possession. Maybe, looks like either a calf or maybe she caught a Charlie horse. Those are brutal.
Something, though.
First free throw off the mark for Scott. Sanchez is going to come off. She'll be replaced by Marizel Casillo. Second free throw good. 5:55 to go in the third quarter. DeLacy still on the dribble. It's a 2-3 look, trying to protect everybody on the perimeter
pass.
so much for that concept as Thomas scores, and she is visibly not right, Coach. You wonder if it's maybe a cramp. You saw her reaching for the back of the calf that last time down during the free throws for Scott, but looks like we're going to have a substitution here. I want to say Walton's coming in for.
Let's hope it's just a cramp. Like you said, a Charlie horse.
Yeah, I'd hate to see the integrity of the competition be compromised here with an injury to one of the best players in the tournament, Brittany Thomas. Coach, I got to tell you, I'm really excited to see the matchup that will take place should Mount San Jacinto win. A date with Sierra in the semifinals on Saturday.
Woo! That would be a good one.
DeLacy over to Walton, back to Moreau. Textbook press break there from the Eagles. DeLacy Brown, floater, no. Walton inside, point blank, lays it up and in.
You think they built that lead without DeLacy Brown in the first half. Yeah, she's special.
She averages 19 a game. She was on the bench, and that's when Brittany Thomas took over. She's put her stamp on this one. Brown looking to close the show. We might not see Brittany Thomas the rest of the way. Lead keeps up like this. Scoop shot, no. Moreau with a rebound. Up by 21. And she's trying to roll it out. I think it's a cramp, Coach.
That's good.
Thomas is a gamer.
Yeah,
look at that. I
is.
mean, her team's up 21 right now. She doesn't need to come in. She wants to come in.
Hey, this is
DeLacy, step back three, knows that it's off, goes, tracks it down. That's pretty.
Regarding Brown wanting to come back in, this is the state championship, right?
Ooh. Oh, wow. Don't know if I agree with the call there. Dejani Gill, let's see the replay. Let's see it one more time. Bring back the slider one more time here, Maddie. What do you think about this call here, Coach? I mean, that's a tough one.
That's tough. Looked like she had position. She was
Kayla
outside
Gower.
the arc.
Thought Gower got to the spot. I thought Gill for sure lowered the shoulder. Free throw rattles in.
Gives Sequoias a chance to set their press. They need some easy buckets. They need some steals.
I think they had an opportunity in the first half to do that with DeLacy Brown out with foul trouble, but now she's back into the ball game. That's going to be a tall order. Tough to trap a player like DeLacy Brown, so fast and athletic and good with the basketball. Moreau over to Gower. Gower kicks it out. This is Williams. Marissa to the bucket, can't get it to go. Gower tracks down a rebound, trying to save it from going out of bounds.
Great
effort.
hustle.
Gower with 8 points in this one.
Hey, Brittany Thomas.
Brittany Thomas back into the fray.
That's right. You don't get to come this way again. You don't get to the Elite Eight. And if you can go, you go.
You got to leave it all out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gets to the fourth quarter, 5 minutes, 6 minutes to go. You're up 30. It's a different story. But, right now, let's close the show. Let's get better, get some reps against good competition. Gutierrez off to Sanchez. Sasson back to Sanchez. Sanchez on the baseline. They're looking for Gutierrez, who pops in the corner from three. Good offense from Juliana. It's a set play, Coach.
Yeah, that was nice.
Little misdirection down low. Let's see the replay. That's a beautiful feed from Sanchez. And a great screen off the ball by India Jones. Johnson off to Williams. Marissa down low. DeLacy Brown floater up and good. That's a great answer by the Eagles. They called it a long two. Gutierrez, the high post. Back cut, Sanchez. That tapped out of bounds. Pass intended for Sasson. Brown with a beat on it. Stay here.
San Jacinto's defense is solid. Getting their hands on a lot of balls.
Very active.
Yes.
2:44 to go here in the third period. Back at it again tomorrow in the men's bracket. Quarterfinal coverage starting at 1 p.m. See if we can get the green screen working. Got a wet spot on the floor here. Let's get a nice close-up of the event staff. Sanchez is going to bring it in here. She'll bring it in to Sasson. Sasson on the dribble, up top. That's a tough catch. And a great finish by Dejani Gill. Another set play. So Sequoias getting some pretty good production out of their sets. Maybe a little too late. That's an unbelievable pass down low to set up the foul call out of the double team. As you had Gower leading Thomas to the ball.
She held that, again, she held her seal all the way across. They've done a great job. Sure, starting with her mom in high school and continuing with the coaches.
That's some pretty good footwork. I can never hold a seal like that.
No.
I'm a little flat in the back, though, so to be fair.
They do some really good work at San Jacinto.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah, Coach Mosca and his wife do a phenomenal job.
Free throw up and good. Brittany Thomas sparking the troops. Eagles out to 20-point lead. Sasson on the far side. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Sanchez bluffs at the three, fires from 15, and hits from the elbow.
It's nice. They're making shots that they didn't make in the first half.
It's true. Well, it's a very unfriendly rim. Again, Thomas holding her steal. Left-handed layup, not there. Force to the left hand, gives you a chance. Sasson brings it up. Sanchez spots up for three. No. Front iron. DeLacy Brown tracks it down in a sea of blue, and she's fouled. 2 shots coming to DeLacy. So Eagles are in the bonus.
Don't want to leave out Robert Morrow as an assistant coach, Mount San Jacinto as well. They've just done a really, really nice job with all of their players. But, you know, when you see post players this young of an age doing things that Brittany Thomas is doing, you know some good work's being put in.
You know, a lot of the game now, you know, at the pro level has gotten away from post play and, you know, really at all levels. And people don't understand how easy basketball it is when you have a good post player and you utilize the post, you know, not on lobs or coming over the top. You know, it's something where if you can work inside out, you can dictate the entire pace of the ball game.
Right.
And if you pair that with the shooter or shooters, that's a tough squad to beat.
Agreed.
Great feed down low. Gill. Can she finish? She does.
Nice.
A sweet kiss off the backboard. Cuts it to 18.
As a good post demands attention. Right? There's that.
Exactly right. Johnson off the mark. Tracks down her own rebound, but can't corral it. Taps it out of bounds. It's going back to the Giants. Yeah, you command the defense. You make the defense react.
Right. They have to make a decision. It's just like pick and roll. Hey.
If I can guard you one-on-one in the post, you're not a very good post player. And something you can't do if you're Brittany or if you're a defender of Brittany Thomas or the opposing team of Brittany Thomas is guard her one-on-one in the post.
No, she'll go to work.
Miscommunication there between Johnson and Madeline Moreau. They get away with it because DeLacy's on it. Off of her foot. Now it's getting sloppy. Got to stay focused here. You got to call timeout. And indeed, it's exactly the call. Timeout on the floor called by the Eagles. 47 seconds to go. They're up 18 on top of COS. You are watching 3C2A Championship Basketball, the quarterfinals, day 1, 2018 championships. Out of the timeout here for Mount San Jacinto. Set play, DeLacy step back three. That's good. It's a nice set. Great execution. DeLacy with the finish.
Yes.
Another long two. 53-33, Sasson. Ball kicked out. Is that a travel? Or is this going to be a foul? Let's go against Gower. Nope. Going to go against Madeline Moreau. Or Carla Johnson, sorry. Free throw up and good.
Got to have these free throws. I know it's a long way to go and it seems improbable, but it's happened before.
Yeah, you have to stay locked in because bad play at the end of a ball game, even in a win, can trickle over to your next game.
Absolutely. You want to finish the game sharp. And sometimes it gets hard to stay focused when you're up. You've been up. You know, you're up 18, you're up 20 points. But I know their coach isn't going to allow them to get sloppy.
Yeah, there's one thing in putting in cruise control. There's another in not having your foot on the gas. And then there's another thing in taking your hand off the wheel entirely. DeLacy Brown not going to let that happen.
That was pretty.
Off of the backboard with a kiss, and we go into the fourth. Mount San Jacinto up 20 on COS. Fourth quarter underway here from Ventura. 2018 3C2A basketball championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We have offensive foul. This is going to go against Haley Scott. The Giants down by 20. Officials in this ball game: Lamar Barclay, Christina Sparse, and Cliff Sims. We are live from the Ventura College Athletic Event Center. Kayla Gower has a near side. They're looking for Thomas down low. It's tapped out of bounds. Looks like that went off of Gutierrez, but they're going to say it's going to go back to the Giants. Marcia, you got any shout-outs? Anybody watching? That's not named Cedric Sabalas?
We had Cedric for a game. Shout out to Fullerton College, because I know they're tuned in, because this is where we want to be.
Wow.
So a little shout out to them.
What an incredible finish last year on the men's side.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
I was there.
I know we don't want to bring that up too much with you and Perry on the broadcast this weekend, but a terrific season.
It was a great season, and such buy-in from his guys. That's what made it even more special, because they all bought in.
DeLacy Brown with it near side, working against Gutierrez. That pass nearly stolen. Moreau comes away with it. Thomas inside. Easy money.
Yeah, that was nice. Really tough going over that left shoulder.
Yeah, the right shoulder, a different story, because you can't really finish all that well with the left. But, if that left starts to go, she's going to end up with 30 in one of these. DeLacy out to Moreau. Moreau brings it back out alertly. Let's kill some clock here. College of the Sequoias from Visalia, if memory serves. It's a nice drive.
Yes, it is really pretty.
Thomas inside Gower. That's a great interior pass. Gower can finish. No, it's short. Rebounded by Moreau, and Gower's down, not getting up. She's favoring her right knee. Let's hope she's okay. Or is there a wet spot? No limp, so that's a good sign.
All right.
Well, let's start to say our thank yous early here. Of course, Will Cowan, athletic director here at Ventura College. George Monogakas at the 3C2A. Mike Robles also at the 3C2A, sports information director. Carlisle Carter, president of the 3C2A.
Nice board.
Thomas is just an absolute monster down low. Can't finish that one, but man, she is still working, and her team's up 22.
Yeah, she got her hands on that.
Setting the pace. You know, when the game was starting to get away a little bit, Thomas was not on the floor. They put her back in, and haven't seen Mount San Jacinto take their foot off the gas since. Sasson, over to McCollum, looking inside, and that pass is stolen defense by Williams on the help side. Coach, you're right. Defensively, they are tough to score against. A lot of contact down low. Thomas and Burton going at it. Moreau in the lane. Charge. Yeah. Sanchez. Oh, check that. That's not Sanchez. That's Isabella Jimenez stepping in. Second foul on Morrow. Shea Sanchez back into the ball game as well, along with Dejanay Gill. Official whistle. Well, Coach, we have one game officially set, and I think it's safe to say we could probably set our bracket on the women's side for Saturday morning, the semifinals. Merced, see a foul.
Nice take.
Merced and Fresno in Game 1 on Saturday. Game 2 will likely be Mount San Jacinto and Sierra. Let's talk about the first matchup. You had a chance to see both teams. Who do you like in the matchup between Fresno and Merced?
Well, Fresno, we saw a lot of attacking of the basket today. Their three-point shooter got hot in the second half, so they have the inside out, and they're relentless attacking the rim.
They're very well coached, too, and their back cuts are a thing of beauty.
Yes. Now, it depends on what Merced comes out in. If they play that funky matchup 3-in-1 zone, they can make it hard.
They disrupt you.
Yeah, they do, and they're quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're not big, but they're fearless.
Yeah.
So I need to see that one because I was surprised today. How Merced handled Palomar.
Oh, they really disrupted what Palomar wanted to do. I had a couple conversations earlier in the week, and a lot of people agreed that this is a year where the championship is wide open. They can't really pick somebody who's a clear favorite. But if there was somebody that you would have picked, it would have been Palomar, and Palomar's now gone.
Right, number 1 team in the state.
So go figure that.
1 loss.
One of 2 teams coming into these championships with 1 loss.
Sometimes, though, when you can't do what you do, Palomar loves the pressure and gets a lot of points defensively, and Merced did a really nice job today handling the pressure.
Handled it very, very well.
They had 4 guards on the floor. It wasn't just 2, it was 4. The only time Merced really struggled was when the 2 guards, Washington and McMahon, when they got in foul trouble early in the first half. Actually, it was the second quarter. So because of that, I'm not willing to say, because I think Fresno City is coached really well.
Yeah, Coach Tesler.
I know kids are playing hard for him because he's retiring at the end of the year.
Yeah, let's talk about that added component of motivation there. What kind of a factor is that going to play? You have to figure that might be the edge there that gets them to Sunday.
You have kids that just want to lay it all on the line, for their coach. And, that's – no one else has that. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. But like I said, when you have a 5'2" kid, Washington averaging a double-double, getting on the boards, I'm not going to count them out.
Most impressive stat of the weekend. Steal for Sanchez inside. Can't get it to go, and the theme continues here for College of the Sequoias. timeout, an alert timeout called by Mount San Jacinto. Coach Mazga. 6:21 to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll do the same. Eagles will bring it in out of bounds. They entered the DeLacy Brown. DeLacy off to the races, turns on the Jets, looking for Gower in transition. The pass not on the mark. It's a steal as Gower tried to save it. Here's Gill in transition. She throws it away. Little helter-skelter basketball there from both sides. Johnson. How about Johnson? Carla Johnson providing a spark early on to get the game started. We're going to have a jump ball arrow in favor of the Eagles.
Yeah, there's just an element of toughness that she exudes.
.6:03 to go. Johnson brings it into Brown. Brown turning on the Jets again. And it's a double dribble. Okay. Ball goes back to the Giants. It's tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Santa Rosa, San Diego City, the defending state champs in the men's bracket. We'll duke it out, Santa Rosa. 2014 state champ. We had that for you with a win over San Bernardino Valley. Talk about an exciting finish in that one. Yuba and Cerritos at 3 p.m. Orange Coast and Fresno City at 5 p.m. Fresno represented by both the men's and the women's basketball programs. And the nightcap, Allen Hancock, San Francisco. Here's a steal, a near steal for the Sequoias. DeLacy Brown tracks it down. It'll be a jump ball. It's going to go in favor of the Giants. Roll the arrow.
Great job getting on the floor. You know, I love that. I love when kids compete like that. I know we say, you know, that just seems like that's par for the course, but it's not. It hurts to slide, right?
It does. I don't miss it. You won't see me getting on the floor in a pickup basketball game.
No.
I remember when I was a kid, I'd get on the floor if it was an outdoor game. Not so much.
Not so much anymore, huh?
No. That pass off the mark. Moreau with a steal. DeLacy, smart decision there. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here with a win. Let's take the air out of the ball. Whittle down the shot clock and the game clock. And run good offense off of my dominant big. Brittany's still working. They give it to her at the high post. Turn and face. Spin move. Left hand. No, she goes to the right. She finishes. And she finishes.
That was great footwork.
Put in work is Brittany Thomas. Thomas now with 21. Not a shocker. She averages 21 on the season. She works for that rebound. Taps it off to Carla Johnson. Johnson now the other way. Gives off to Moreau, and Brown again will take the air out of the basketball. Need some basketball trivia to fill the empty gaps. How about the best player you ever played against, Coach?
Oh, wow. Best player I ever played against.
Collegiately, and then we'll go professional.
Probably Val Walker from Cheney State. It was one of the first schools that Coach Stringer took to the Final Four. One of the only coaches, there's some trivia for you, one of the only coaches to take 3 programs to the Final Four. Cheney State, Illinois, and Rutgers. She was from Piscataway, New Jersey. 6'2", athletic. We played summer ball together, but then we played against each other in college. It was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't play against Carol Blazejowski, but she's from the East Coast, and she's an all-time leading scorer in NCAA history for a long time. The Blades could shoot it.
Cynthia Hernandez went to Rutgers after her time here at Ventura College. Champions in 2014. They own that banner up here in the rafters, along with Player of the Year that year. I believe it was Lisa Marie Sanchez.
It's another tough. She went to Cal Poly, right? Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo.
She's Mustang. Got that right? Mustangs, right?
Yeah. I spent some time there coaching under Faith Memnon. She's still there.
Okay.
Longest tenured coach in the Big West Conference.
Full-on double team. That's a pretty hard foul down low by Sanchez. Yeah. Sanchez looking for the arm bar for leverage.
Yeah, you wonder how long Thomas is going to stay in the game.
I'd bring her out at this point, but good luck telling her, hey, you got to come out.
Right.
I don't think she's the type of player that wants to. That's a great find down low. And an even better screen by Madeline Moreau. Matt, can we see the replay here? Look at the action off the ball as Moreau sets that screen, gets in the way of McCollum. McCollum late, has to recover. She reaches up and fouls Gower.
And there could have been a foul called on her, the person getting over the screen.
Yeah. McCollum with 2 fouls. She gets 1 called against her. Wait a minute, they called that on Juliana Gutierrez. Well, either way, Kayla Gower at the free throw line, and out San Jacinto at 60 in the books. Sequioas, COS, averaging 75 points on the year.
It's been a combination. It's been great defense by San Jacinto. It was really cold shooting from Sequoias to start the game.
Now, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Right.
What came first, the defense or the missed shots? Tough to figure. Sanchez with a bucket. Both teams came in winners of 6 in a row. We'll try to get Brittany Thomas on the broadcast at the end of this one. Speaking of which, right on cue. Snatches down that rebound, gives off to DeLacy Brown. As time ticks away here on the season for COS.
Yeah. I mean,
the effort's been there, Coach. It's not the effort. It's just, they went up against an absolute juggernaut here in the 2 seed from the south in Mount San Jacinto. In the hard part of the bracket, because they're going to go up against the 1 seed from the north in Sierra. A great save by Brittany Thomas.
Yeah, it's certainly not for lack of effort.
No.
If some shots go down early and
it's a different game.
Right. But what a great honor to be here. What a great job. Like you said, 10 freshmen, 4 sophomores on this team. They have nothing to hang their heads
Thomas
about.
Down low again. And to punctuate the night, that's her 22nd and 23rd point.
I know they'll be disappointed though. You want to get here and you want to play your best basketball.
Yeah, you have a feeling with this many people slated to return, they're likely going to find themselves back here next season.
Absolutely.
You definitely like their chances. Johnson will come back into the ball game, as will Alyssa Walton, and that will likely do it for Brittany Thomas. And what a game!
What a nice game.
Brittany Thomas with 23 points, 14 rebounds, and a couple assists.
Nice line.
Perfect from the stripe. If you had her in your fantasy basketball for the 3C2A women's bracket, you're doing pretty well.
Like we talked about, Coach Moscow is still coaching.
Put you on the spot here. Better game, better performance in the quarterfinals. Brittany Thomas or Bree Moore?
Ooh, well, you kind of made it easy for me because they're two different positions, right?
Yeah, I did.
You know,
so if you're partial to one position, I got a feeling where you're going to go with this. I got a feeling that you're going to say Brittany Thomas.
Brittany Thomas was dominant,
and I don't think that's a recency bias. I mean, we're talking about a player in Bree Moore who could have had 40 points as a result of missed layups, but. I mean, it's not like COS is a small team.
No, they're not. They have some beef under there. But, again, they're so young. They're so young. And that definitely factors in. You don't know what this is like until you get here. Right? Brittany Thomas is seasoned. She's a post that's advanced.
She's at the scorer's table. She's going to come back in with 1:19 to go.
Again, setting the tone for the next game.
Hey,
right?
Good luck keeping her off the floor.
Right. Setting the tone. Like, this is a team that's here to play.
Ball lost. It's a turnover. Gower with the steal. Dribble it out here. And credit to COS. I mean, they're still trying.
They are. Again, great job getting here. Disappointing that they didn't play their best here.
Sometimes you're going to have nights like this.
Yeah, you do.
And your margin for error when you play a team like Mount San Jacinto is very slim. You know, the Eagles 29-2 on the season, 7-1 in conference. Tied for first place champions of the Pacific Coast Conference North. And now everybody comes out. We'll have some wholesale substitutions. Thomas at the stripe right now. Kiana Castello. Ryan Lasley back into the ball game along with Marissa Williams. Free throw up and good. Janiza Rose Manlulu also in the ball game for the Eagles. Thomas wants that one back.
Yes, he does.
I guarantee you. It's like, I can't finish on a miss. Sasson off to Burton. Gonna have a foul off of the ball, gonna go against Marissa Williams. I wonder if she takes that foul intentionally to get Brittany out of there. Sanchez get on the first.
Yeah,
Thomas comes off. She's replaced by Kaylee Kelly.
The semifinals are they're going to be fun.
Sanchez get on both. Turnover by Lasley, kicked out of bounds by Manlulu, so it's going to go back to the Giants here. 31 seconds to go. We will look to have Brittany Thomas on the broadcast here after the game has finished up. Shot clock turned off. Don't need a whistle.
Oh.
unless it goes out of bounds.
Right. Way to play hard until the end. I like that.
It's great. It just sends a great message, and you know these kids are still battling.
Coach Alvarado and his staff have done a great job.
Sasson, Burton in the corner. It's Gutierrez to the rack, and she banks it up and in. That will do it. 65-46. Mount San Jacinto, an emphatic win in the quarterfinals, and they will take on Sierra in the Game 2 on Saturday. We will have coverage of the entirety of this basketball tournament, the 2018 Basketball Championships, live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We'll step away and come back with Brittany Thomas in a few moments. (65-46), Mount San Jacinto. The Eagles move on with a big win over COS. The Sequoia Giants go down, and I am joined by easily the player of the game, Brittany Thomas.
Yes.
Brittany, and a very impressive performance for you.
Thank you.
You know, obviously picked up by everybody else as well, but you really set the tone. You start early in the possession, trying to seal off your defender, and you just make it work, whether it goes inside out, but usually you're finishing at the rim, and a great job setting the tone. Can you talk about the win?
Honestly, I'm proud of my team for keeping the tempo up and making sure we don't lose the lead. And feeding me in the post.
That's right. We talked about it early, how you set the tone for the team. You got on the floor. If you're getting on the floor, no one else has an excuse for not being on the floor.
Exactly.
Oh, let me first say, hey, way to represent for the South. Make sure the South had a team in the semifinals. Okay.
Before the game, everybody was like, "You gotta represent the South, like please."
Hey, did you have a chance to see any of the game before?
No, I really didn't. I saw Palomar like first quarter on
Okay.
my phone, but then my phone died, so I couldn't finish watching.
Okay. We think it's going to be a really competitive semifinal matchup.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Are you ready for it? I mean,
Yes.
how's it feel to be here?
Well, it feels great. Like, I was nervous in the beginning, but I got out of that. But it feels amazing. I can't believe I'm here.
Can you talk about some of your off-season work with your footwork? Because your post play, that's probably the most impressive post work I've seen in a long time.
Well, pretty much. My mom has been my post coach in high school, and she's been teaching me since middle school. And then once I got to college, it just got better. Making sure I keep my feet wide and always looking for the ball. Like, as soon as the ball gets to half court, I got to post up.
Who's got better footwork, you or your mom?
Of course, me.
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah.
Mama's watching probably right now, or she's going to watch the broadcast at some point, I'm sure. You'll have a discussion. Any shout-outs?
No, just to my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, real quick, I did want to talk about DeLacy Brown picks up 2 fouls early in this ball game. Did that kind of ratchet up your emphasis in really trying to take control early?
Yes, definitely. Especially Carla, number 20.
Yeah.
Since Lacey was out, Carla had to push it up. Like, she had to be the main point guard because that's normally Lacey's job. But after halftime, I was like, Lacey, you need to get your head in the game because we really need you.
Yeah.
And she picked it up. I was proud of her.
I think towards the end of that third quarter, I thought that you guys kind of lost focus a little bit. I don't think you were in the game at that point. You had a sloppy turnover, and Coach calls a timeout there and really rallies the troops. And after that, guys didn't step off the gas. Can you talk about the coaching approach at Mount San Jacinto?
Oh, they're wonderful coaches. They always make sure we're focused. And defense. Defense is the main thing for them. Defense, rebound, and they're pretty loud in what they gotta say. But
coaches usually are.
Yes.
But they make sure they know what we're trying to. Wait, let me refix myself. They make sure that we're coached well.
Yeah.
Like, we know what to do in the game. So if they're not there, like, we'll have the game.
Yeah, I thought today you and Sierra were probably the 2 most poised teams when things started off, and it showed well, obviously, in the box score, 65-46, and that's a team that averages 75 per game on the year. You hold them about 30 under that. Again, an impressive performance, and thank you for your time, and congratulations on an impressive performance again, and we'll see you in the semifinals versus Sierra. That'll wrap it up for our coverage here of the 3C2A 2018 Basketball Championships live from Ventura. Day 1 in the books, and day 2 tomorrow, the men's bracket. The quarters will start off with Santa Rosa, the state champions in 2014, and the defending state champs, San Diego City, at 1 o'clock. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, great job.